Curious about the price of a Magic Online card? Try our searchable price guide on the right sidebar of any MTGOacademy.com page.
Hello, boys and girls. We've got another round of Classic Pauper here. In the two-man queues, we're playing mono red Goblins, and we're going to play first. And this hand looks pretty sweet, so we are going to keep. See if the opponent keeps. And I want to thank you guys for checking out this match. We've been getting some pretty nice opening hands here. And that's going to be pretty typical when we've got so many one casting cost spells at our disposal. So I'm going to wish the opponent good luck, and maybe that'll get them to pay attention to the screen. So just to talk about our sequencing of plays, it looks like we're going to probably lead on Denizen and get in for 3 damage on turn 2. Then we're going to be somewhat at the mercy of the top of our deck. Okay, our opponent keeps, and I say that because we're going to want to draw more creatures to get the conscripts going, but I am going to lead on Denizen, and we're going to see how that goes for us. Looks like Affinity is going to be our opponent, and my hand is fast enough to potentially get us there. We're going to go ahead and not play around Krark Clan Shaman or anything like that. So we're just going to go ahead and get these guys moving. We can get a Frogmite out of the way. We have enough burn here to get a Mere Enforcer or a Carapace Forger out of the way too. And well, I was going to say if he didn't draw Tree, if he didn't have Tree, a Carapace Forger, he'd have to crack the star for it. If he has no other plays, okay, here we go. Now he's going off. So he could have an Enforcer here. Wow. Double Frogmite's kind of frustrating, but we've got double Bolts, and we can't attack with Conscripts. So it's probably pretty clear that he's got, we can probably figure out what the rest of his hand is. He's probably got either a third land, so he's on the draw here, a blast or a fling. He clearly doesn't have Mere Enforcer. So we could send these 2 bolts to his guys, but if he has a bigger creature coming down the line, it might be better to save them. We could also just send in the Denizen and then Deathspark his blocker and save this burn. This burn gets him down to 11. So if we draw into a Bushwhacker or something, we might be in pretty good shape. The Deathspark's not going to do a whole heck of a lot for us. And neither is the Denizen. The Denizen's pretty much been stopped cold here. I think I want to leave up, keep the bolts. I think I want to send just the Denizen in and hope that we draw some pretty sweet creatures from there. Now we could hope to draw into like a War Marshal and just pump our guys to get bigger, but I don't know. Maybe that is the way to go. And if he doesn't block, we get a free point. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and Deathspark the blocker, trade, and we're going to play our land, and we're going to pass. I don't see a reason to get rid of the Frogmite right away. And it looks like he may attack us. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's fine. We'll take it. So I mean, that's not necessarily a good sign because he feels like he can just slam some guys down from here. This looks like a Tog. Oh no, could be a Sun Chaser. He's adding white. Ardent Recruit. Okay, so we're going to want to bolt that. He's going to draw 2 cards. Okay, so he found his source for potential Galv Blast. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and bolt this because it doesn't affect our Spark in the Yard. And we don't want to end up dealing with a 3-3, so. And are we going to pay? I don't see a reason for us to pay this turn, so we're going to not pay. And that's the perfect reason why we drew a matron. And we have to decide what we want to get with this matron. We can get another matron. We can get a Sparksmith, which I think would be actually really good for us. Maybe that's what we'll get. We could also get a Bushwhacker, which will help us potentially win the game. I think those are the three options, is getting another matron, getting a Sparksmith, or getting a Bushwhacker. Sparksmith seems pretty appealing because a Bushwhacker is only going to do so much against his ground, and he's got 3 cards. He wasn't able to cast anything else, so he still doesn't have Mirror Enforcer. He's almost certainly got Galv Blast, so that does kind of make the Sparksmith worse, but he's got to take the damage from these guys to begin with. So yeah, I'm going to get a Sparksmith. I mean, Bushwhacker would be nice, but he's not really at a life total that Bushwhacker is going to do much to, I don't think. So let's attack. And he's made Galv Blast one guy. We'll sack it to deal more damage. Nope, he takes 3. So I think he's going to save the Galv Blast for our Sparksmith. Okay, he's got another Ardent Recruit, it seems. Oh, Sun Chaser. Okay, we can also deal with that. And he's still sitting on Galvanic Blast, I believe, which is okay. So I don't think we're paying for Death Spark because we want to burn this and then attack. So I'm just going to cancel on that. And we drew another Bolt, which is pretty awesome. So let's go for this first. Yeah, I mean, his version of the deck just is so Lightning Bolt proof, or not, it's the opposite of Lightning Bolt proof. It's so Lightning Bolt vulnerable that we're actually doing pretty well here. Looks like he may Galv Blast something. Nope, he's going to take 4. Okay, and I'm pretty sure he's going to blast the Sparksmith. So I'm just going to go ahead and sack it. And we have a third Bolt. He's at 10. So we can potentially just start Death Sparking him away. Oh, here comes a Tog. This is going to be rough. I mean, we have to play around Fling at this point. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. We're actually dead to Fling right here, so. Okay. So now we may just start paying for the Death Spark because we are going to have to try and burn him out from here. And we draw a Denizen. So I think we might just throw our guys into this. If he has another Galv Blast, though, if he has another Galvanic Blast, we will die. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. So we can only swing in with 2 guys, and then we have to Death Spark him. So he will go to 9, 8. The Bolt will take him to 5, and then if we draw like a Bushwhacker, we got him. I think we need to leave back 2 blockers. So that would be the Denizen, and I guess the Raider is a little more important because we can keep getting back Death Spark. We could also just leave the Conscripts back, but the Conscripts makes him have to sack an artifact, which I don't know if that's good or not. So he's going to block there. So we're going to pass priority. Actually, we're going to Death Spark him first. And then we're going to pass priority. He's going to sack an artifact. And then we're going to sack our guy to make him take another damage. He's actually going to 7 here. So he's activating that. So I'm going to go ahead, well, we'll just wait. So now we'll sack. And hopefully he goes to 7. I think we can sneak a victory here, depending on how the next few turns go. It's kind of a close game. 3, 5, 7, 9. He's got enough artifacts to take us out. Okay, there's a star. We gotta hope he doesn't draw a fling either. He's just attacking. So I think we have to block here. And do we just not pay for Death Spark? No, I think we just, okay. So if we block here, next turn we can buy back Death Spark. We can sit with 2 blockers, Death Spark him, sack the guy, bolt him. So that's 6, 3. Yeah, we're gonna have to try and eke a win here with Burn, and it's gonna be pretty tough to do that. But that's what we gotta do. I'm not playing for Bushwhacker. I'm playing just to burn him out. So we'll see how it goes, because we do have the bolt. Uh-oh, he's got more guys. But the other guys don't matter. We just have to block the Atog. Yeah, now, I mean, Bushwhacker's not even relevant at all. So it's going to be tough. It looks like he may be thought casting again. Okay, so we are going to pay. We drew a conscripts, so I think we can just play it, and we'll hold back with creatures. We don't have any good attacks. We might be okay. He just has to not draw fling, which is going to be, I mean, I don't know how likely that is. So we just block the Atog. And we'll Death Spark him down to 6. This is going to be really close. Sack. Try and just do this a little quicker here. I could have traded off the conscripts for recruit, but we're just, ooh, that's going to be tough. Okay, we may be done here. So we have to draw another lightning bolt, it seems. 4, 7, 9. So do we pay for the Death Spark? I think we do, but we may draw. War Marshal would be a really good draw. We can still block these 2. We're done. I mean, a Galvanic Blast takes us out. Galvanic Blast. Yeah, I think we pay for the Death Spark, though. I'm not 100%. We can cast most of the other stuff in our deck, even if we do pay for it, so. And we draw a mountain, so I think we're just going to pass and hope to draw a lightning bolt and or a Bushwhacker if he alpha strikes. So we'll see. Okay, he's coming in with everybody. We just have to block and hope that that's good enough. I don't know that it's good enough. Well, he's just sacking now? Oh, he's sacking just that to that guy. Okay. So I'm going to Death Spark him. That's 5. And then I don't think it matters how we sack. We don't really need to sack. What I can do is sack this conscript to the raider, so now he has to sack an artifact again. Oh, he doesn't seem to care. Maybe he's got Galv Blast. Yeah, he's got Galv Blast. Good game. And let's see what we would have drawn. Mountain, so it wouldn't have mattered. Alright, let's look at our deck list and see what might be worth taking out. So he's got a lot of 3/3 guys, which is interesting. I think our Death Sparks are just not really that exciting here. He's possibly not playing Disciple. He might not be playing black at all. So the Death Sparks don't have a lot of great targets, though they do pair up with a Bolt to take out a Forger or something. The Bolts are going to be really nice. I think we can go into these Smash to Smithereens. Take out a Frogmite or a land or a Mere Enforcer at the right time. He's got white, so he may be bringing in like a Circle of Protection too. Life Staff helps us trade with some of his guys. The Flaring Pain would be good, but I think it might just be a little too narrow to play around a Circle of Protection. So I think I want. Wait, we don't have room for that. I think I'm okay with just this. We still want to be fast. We're definitely the aggro deck of the two in this matchup. So Matrons can get some nice stuff on the play. Yeah, I think this is all right. So we're going to have a little less reach. No, I mean Smash to Smithereens is still reach. This hand looks very good. He goes to 6. We might be able to just smoke him here. Because we can go Conscript into War Marshal into Bushwhacker into Smash to Smithereens or something similar. We can even smash his first land if we want. He doesn't even have a follow-up. Well, we have a Sparksmith now. I think we'll go ahead and play the Sparksmith, and that'll kind of wipe out his... Yeah, I think I like that. More so than the War Marshal. Because we want to set up taking out his blockers. So I think that's what we want to do. He may have a Sun Chaser next up, and he may have a Frogmite, so I think Sparksmith's where we want to be. I'm liking our position right now because we have a removal spell on board, and we have one in hand, and we have a lot of damage coming in the next 2 turns. So it's looking good. Alright, he's at 18. Let's pass. He may be color screwed. Well, doesn't look like it, but it does. If he plays a Forger, okay, we can just wipe it out. And we untap. I think we'll just go for this, and if he tries to... Well, he can't even do anything. So we'll just take that out. I don't think we need the second Sparksmith here. I'm a little bit more interested in going War Marshal. So let's do that. And we're not going to pay the echo costs, most likely. So he's pretty far behind. He has no red to deal with the Sparksmith, which is really nice. We're representing a number of things, but this Sparksmith draw is going to be pretty tough for him to beat. He got his red, so I think he is going to take out... Oh, there's a Sun Chaser. Yeah, I think he is going to take out the Sparksmith here. But he let us untap, so we're going to be okay. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take 4, because if we just leave 3 on the table and we go to shoot this, he may bolt the Sparksmith in response, and it'll only deal 2 damage. So I could do it right now, but I'm going to actually let it go onto the battlefield, so we have 3. And we drew a land. Yeah, let's just blow this out of the way, and then we got 2, 4, 6. He doesn't have Electrickery up. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 11 damage here. And I think we're just going to go for it. Which puts him to 4, and that puts him pretty close to dead to just our Smash to Smithereens. And that red mana, I mean, if he had Shaman, he most likely would have played it there. Oh, that takes him to 5. Whoops. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. Yeah, I just miscounted. That's not uncommon for me. He may be done here. Oh, there's the Clark Clan Shaman. So we're going to lose a lot of guys. Oh boy. We do have Smash the Smithereens. He may not take out the conscripts. And so we could potentially win with that. That's a good Smash the Smithereens target. Well, he has a Shaman and he's just going to sit back. And there's a Sledder, so he has to respond. We actually can kill him here. He has to respond to this. Hang on, let's think about this. Let's just make sure. He has to respond to the Sledder, because once the Sledder hits the table, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. We could go for the Sparksmith on one of his guys. I'm going to just play the Sledder. He's very close to dead, and he has to sack at least something. Yeah. So if he only sacks one artifact, he's going to lose right here. Yep. No response. So we could go after his Frogmite. I don't think we need to. Okay. So this resolves. We cast Smash the Smithereens right here, and he takes exactly 5. I'm not playing around anything. Yep, he concedes. Sweet. All right, so we are going to be on the draw, which is a little rough. All we've seen that's different out of his board is Clark Clan Shaman. So Life Staff might still be good. Death Spark is decent against the Shaman. But I'm not sure we can really tailor our deck any any differently. Denizen on the draw is kind of bad, but it's got to be better than Death Spark. Sylvok Lifestaff appeals to me for sure, but I think this is our pretty much the best configuration. I'm not 100%, but we're going to try it. We're going to hope he mulligans a lot, which would be helpful. So he plays first. And he's deciding, we have to decide on this hand, which is really sketchy. I think we are going to mulligan this. We've got 4 2-drops and a 3-drop. And this hand looks much better, so we're going to keep. Hopefully he kept a sketchy one. He does have red mana to begin. We're going to still lead on the Denizen here, because there is a chance that we can get through with it for 3. Not a great chance, but there's a chance. Okay, so he's just sitting. So the only reason he would have kept this hand is if he has a Shaman, right? Or he's just sitting on Electrickery right now. He could be just sitting on Galv Blast. I still think we have to make him have it. I'm not 100% sure if that's right, but we want to try and get him to take damage, and this doesn't really scoop to an Electrickery, so let's try and make him take 3. And we drew one too many lands so far, which is not great, but we'll see how it pans out. Looks like he's going to play one of his 3 power guys. Yep. I don't know why he's cracking the star to make white, though. Maybe he's got double Ardent Recruit. Oh, that's why. I really like these creatures, by the way. I came into the game. Oh, that's funny that we drew both bolts during Scars of Mirrodin, practically. Very, very much right before. Basically when M11 came out, and that was right before Scars of Mirrodin. So I drafted a lot of Scars. And these guys are cool. I always thought about playing them in Constructed and stuff. So we can just double bolt. I think we're going to do it on his turn because we want to try and get him to play as if these guys are still going to be on the table. So maybe he'll go for an attack, or I don't really even know. He's just going to attack with both. Alright, well, I think I'm going to double bolt these, even though it looks like he may have a or maybe we trade 2 of these guys. No, that can't be right. He may have an Atog to follow up, but I'm going to go ahead and try and bolt these. If he feels he's in a position where he can just start racing us, we want to take out his board presence. I mean, I'm not sure. Here's a Tog. Oh, never mind. Well, Smash the Smithereens is a good draw. Conscripts is okay. I think we are going to play the land. We're not going to attack into this. We'll see what happens from there. Looks like he might be sitting on a Shaman or another Blast or some green cards. That could be as well. If he attacks, that's fine. He might have another Enforcer. We're taking it because our hope is to hit him for a lot with a Bushwhacker or something. Another Cohort. We're just going to lose one guy, but I think maybe we just sit back. Maybe we just block his Enforcer with everything. How do we win this game? Bushwhackers? Running Bushwhackers at this point? Just get him to race? So he's going to hit us for 7, then take 4. If we draw a Bushwhacker next turn... Sorry, he's going to take 4, then hit us for 7. We'll be at 9. We draw another Bushwhacker. We'll have 3 creatures left. The Bushwhacker hits, so it'll be 9, 11, but he'll probably have another creature at that point. So I'm not sure how we're winning. I think we're going to have to try and block the Enforcer and just hit runner creatures, maybe War Marshal, and try and just get a better board position where a Bushwhacker will be incredibly swingy. Okay, we're going to put everything on the Enforcer. See what happens. Yeah, I mean, whenever you face a matchup where their creatures are just slightly bigger than yours, you know you're kind of in trouble. So we're going to take 6 up top. He's sitting on at least 1 Galvanic Blast, possibly 2. So if we go to 7, we are dead to double blast, but I don't think we can prevent that. If we just attack here... now I think we do have to hit Runner Bushwhacker. So if he attacks us for 6, Bushwhacker's 4, 7, 10, and we have to hit another Bushwhacker. So I think that's what we're going to play for, and we're not going to attack. But that just has to assume that he has nothing, which probably not very likely. And he's been really comfortable just attacking us at all points in time. And he's got nothing else. And that's a mountain. I don't think that's going to do it for us. We're actually just pretty much dead here because we're at 1. We're going to hold the land back. The only thing we could draw is Matron into Bushwhacker, and we'll just play the land at that point. But yeah, we're pretty much dead here. So was it right to throw those bolts early? Probably. We're at 1. He's just going to Gal Blast us. But I hope you guys enjoyed these matches. We ended up not doing so hot. We went 1 and 2, but this version of Affinity I think may be a little bit tougher, even though it doesn't seem like it, because he just has earlier creatures that he can play. Even though the bolts can take him out, it's hard to say. I mean, I think overall this matchup is kind of close to 50 percentile on either side of it, and I may have played it just horribly. We did have differing draws. Like in game 2, he had a really bad draw. We had some awkward draws where we weren't turning these on, and then he was able to get these bigger creatures online like really quick. So I still think Goblins is a strong Pauper deck. Sometimes it's better than other times. For instance, we did play White Weenie in round 2, and that's an abysmal matchup. So if that deck has a presence, you really want to keep that in mind and understand that you're not going to have a strong showing against them. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will talk to you later.